We're live from the Concourse Bowling Center in Santa Maria, California. Semifinal match of the Santa Maria Classic. And Wendy Macpherson, who just barely made it to the semifinal game, starts match number 3. This has been the good lane.
It has been. And speaking of that, apparently Carol Norman also knew that, because Carol has chosen to make Wendy finish on the right-hand lane. She knows that Wendy's having trouble over there on the right-hand lane. And the higher seed player gets the choice of who starts the match and what lane they start on.
Carol Norman, the 1987 U.S. Open champion, who now has 4 career titles. Watches this ball slide past the pocket and then clip the 2-pin. How did that happen?
But she's been watching everyone come high on lane 36, so she made sure she didn't.
What's a strike like that in the opening frame do for your confidence?
Oh, it's going to loosen her way up. She's going to feel like things are going her way. What a way to start.
Kind of a lopsided victory in match play. Of course, that was earlier on in the tournament, but certainly you have to think about those things. Another shot that's right up the track, and Norman throws a quick double. So maybe now we'll start to see some of these X's that you and I were talking about before the show started.
And we did start to see them a little bit towards the end of last game, so they're ready to come out now.
More room, light hit, and not as fortunate to trip out the 2-pin.
And Wendy wanted to say hi to her mom and dad, a special hi to her mom, and hi to Nick also. Nick used to travel with her on tour. They had a motorhome, talked to her about which she preferred. Now she's living in hotels. She said there's pros and cons to both, and she really wouldn't choose one over the other.
Player that's very competitive, really enjoys bowling on the national tour.
If you saw her face on that spare conversion, she's paying special attention to each and every spare right now.
Well, she missed one in the opening game. An 8-pin of all things.
And it almost cost the match.
Through the nose, 3-pin is left standing on lane 35. Of course, we mentioned next week, Fountain Bowl, Fountain Valley, California, the Bowling Proprietors Association of America United States Open. And of course, we'll have the finals live on ESPN next Sunday night, beginning at midnight Eastern time, 9 o'clock Pacific time.
And we start practice tomorrow morning. Start the tournament on Tuesday.
Fountain Valley, what, about 2.5 hours from here, Santa Maria?
They're telling me about 3.
Okay.
Real close.
Well, of course, you've got to drive the speed limit out here in Southern California.
We always do.
Right. And you're leaving tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning.
Okay. What time do you practice?
We have a special practice because of the television show. Everyone involved gets to practice at 3:30 tomorrow afternoon.
Good. Carol Norman on a double. And she's using them all up right now, Jan Schmidt. Now she trips out the 4-pin. It's been a virtual cornucopia of strikes from Carol Norman.
Those breaks are coming very early. She's going to get so loose, it's going to be real easy for her to make good shots.
That's already established a 21-pin lead. Four in a row. Oh, my. A lucky break on the opening shot, and she has made it pay off. Of course, keep in mind, should any of our players end up shooting 300 during the championship round on ESPN, they would be receiving a check worth $100,000 from Kmart. Kind of down under on that shot again. Wendy Macpherson has lost a bit of her concentration, leaves the 3-6-10.
She actually looks as though she's falling off of her shot just a bit. You can see the shoulder dipping down, causing her to pull the ball.
second time that she's nudged the 3-pin out of there. And her job right now, Jan, is just to stay close. No opens and keep looking for a double.
That's right. Just have to hang in there through those frames that they don't fall down. And she has done it well all week. So I'm sure she'll pull it together now.
Youngest player ever to win the 3 major championships, the WIBC Queens, the United States Open, and the Samstown Invitational.
At age 22.
Beautiful shot. So, as I said before, it's one at a time and try and get something going. Meanwhile, Carol Norman has started with the first 4 and leads by 34.
Carol Norman happy to be bowling. She withdrew last fall, had a back injury, had 3 bruised discs and compressed discs, so she was off for 8 weeks. She's really thrilled to be back out here.
As the first 5, as Sue Neidig did a week ago.
She's got 7 300 games in her career. Is she going to make it 8? And there's, you can see Carol's playing a much more direct line, going straight up 10 with a highly polished bowling ball.
Uh-oh, stood up on that shot. Not what she was hoping for. And the 5-bagger ends right there. A spare here would give her a 44-pin lead.
She's happy to just leave a 6-pin on that shot and just going to get up, shoot the spare,